What's up? What's up? What's up? I know we don't have anybody currently in the chat. Let me get this volume. Yeah. Maybe they'll stay mildly in the background. And I can draw a little bit while I talk to you guys and fill you in. I know it's been a long time since I posted to the channel, especially a live stream. It's been 2 years. I ended up finding out that because the rules had changed and the way I had my channels connected, unfortunately I don't have enough subscribers on my private channel, my personal channel, and it was still trying to stream out of there. So I figured that out, I think, and I'll be trying to connect up my Streamlabs and stuff so I can, build themes and some lower thirds and some assets to put in the streams. I hope to do that over the next year. I've been very busy. As we know, if you've kept up with my videos, I had a surgery on my hand. As you can see, that's about as high as I can extend that finger thus far. It's still rehabbing. Trying to get this knuckle to bend it. It may never really do it. Right now it's not warmed up either. So yeah, I've been away dealing with all of that. Let's see if we can get this light down here and make it any clearer. A little bit glare on this guy. A little bend in that. So there's no reason for the stream. Let me get this volume turned down even more. 4. I think that's the end of this tune. But yeah, so I've been recently, someone hit me up about an opportunity to possibly do a mural in Virginia. So I'm going to be working on the concept that I have for the mural. There are some other people that may be involved in this juncture, and I'm not in a place to talk about who they are or what their involvement in this may be. But we're going to, let me clean up this place. Sorry, I've got stuff everywhere. So yeah, I've been pretty busy, working a lot at the day job. We've got a little investment in a possible, what do you call it? Advancement opportunity there at the business. And whether or not I'm going to take that, I'm not too sure yet. But I've been working on stuff for the channel. I want to build lower thirds, as I said, transitions, my own bumpers and stuff like that. So I've been working on that kind of stuff, trying to organize that stuff. I'm going to go ahead, take this stuff out of the way. Yeah, if you're interested, these are stickers that I've created out of some of my sketchbook drawings. I want to print out 2 more faces that were kind of all in a series, and if you're interested in any of those, hit me up in the DMs. So I know I've been away, like I said, it's been quite some time. Excuse my cheap, broken, old tablet, but that's what I've got, so that's what I work with. Somebody sent me an advertisement about this Suffolk Art League mural project, open call for artists to submit proposals. If you're an artist and you're out there, you have a little bit of a deadline, but this might be something you're interested in. It's quite a large wall. It will be the largest wall I've ever done. I also haven't spray painted a long time, and most of this I think would be easiest just to do with spray paint. Dimensions, size, theme, as you can see here, calendar. I have like 2.5 weeks to get my letter of interest put in, and then selection would be notified by the 16th, and then final selection and notification of the artist will be in September. Timeline to creation of the mural will be negotiated with the artist. So I haven't done anything like this in a while. Like I said, it's been a long time since I've done anything that I would consider a mural in the first place. But I took a screenshot of this building right here. I wanted to do this one, but that's even worse resolution, I think. Worse resolution than this picture. So I took a picture of this, and I've imported that and started working on the design in ArtFlow, which is the free app that I use. Problem is that the fuck? Why don't you want to do what you're supposed to do? There we go. The resolution only gets up to 300 dpi, which, considering it's a bad resolution picture of the building, really shouldn't matter all that much, I guess. I'll move you in though, so you can kind of see what I'm doing. Let's take a little ride down here. Ooh, okay. I'm sorry, the lighting isn't too great on my desk right now. Oh, let's Try to move that around a little bit. So what I have here is basically the James River coming out of the Chesapeake Bay and where the Nansemond River cuts off. My concept for this has been basically the history of Suffolk. And just to bore you, I guess, a little bit, Suffolk is the largest municipality in Virginia. It is a city county, and they have a couple of those city counties in Virginia. Originally, it was the city of Nansemond, named after the Indian tribe, which is what I was thinking about putting on this side of the building, is doing maybe like some cane up close in the foreground here, or maybe cattails, something of that nature. And then having some Indians like looking out towards the water. I have a little bit of what I hope reads as a field here. I might put in some more detail. You might think that the green is a little subdued, and it is. Pardon me. I do plan to lighten up some of these outer edges, but as you can tell here, it's going to be sunset, dusk, or we could consider it sunrise. I think it would probably be better as sunrise, considering it's in the east, it's sunrise. I don't know what I'm thinking. So I'm thinking I'm going to put either cane right here, or cattails, or some reed, some Native Americans in the foreground, as if they're like standing on something looking out into the distance, like a ridge or whatever. I'm considering putting more trees in the area. Maybe a village of people over here, or the inference of a village of people over here. I was thinking about, as we progress left to right, looking at different parts of the timeline of history of the county, city county, and I'm just drawing on top of layers. So I have, if I turn this layer off, come on now, turn this layer off. What are we doing here? There we go. That's what we have. I've drawn all of that on top of this picture. So I have the dimensions here. I'm using that. And then I can go in here and, I can add layers in between or whatever to get the effect that I need. I'm trying to limit my color palette, as you can tell by, let me close some of these. Sorry, I might need to change this tip too. It's getting a little flat. So the inspiration, obviously, like I said, was the history of the county. They want it to reflect the county, and they wanted to be vibrant. Those were kind of the main things that they were shooting for, So that's my goal as well. I read a little bit about their history, and I was thinking about using what I've learned about their history as my guide for the piece of work. I'll put these back now, I guess. These are also like bamboo tips. These can be pretty good tips as well. I'm not sure exactly what the material is in the center here, but works pretty well. Now that I have a better tip, I should have better sensitivity with it. Apparently not. Maybe I've just been messing with my screen a little bit. So that's my goal. Now, as I said, 2 other artists have reached out to me about possibly collaborating on the work. So what I thought was, depending on how that, we're going to try to schedule a call or something where we can all get on Zoom and talk together, plan this thing if they would like to be involved. Excuse me. Maybe breaking it up into 3 sections if they want to actually be involved with it. If they want to rather just come to help out and spray fills or whatever, then maybe split it into 2 between me and the other artist, or vice versa. I figured I would do this side, considering I also have heritage through the Nansemond tribe, and they are the tribe from Suffolk County. I figured I'd take this further edge here and, you know, make that my region to work on. I don't know what the heck is on the screen either. Probably tobacco. So let me put that aside here. All right. So I know I'm not going to have the time today to work the whole thing. And as you can tell, I'm already a few layers into it of colors on this, on this layer. But I'm not done. I believe I was working in, you can see the resolution of this thing is terrible too. Like, you can't tell that, but that's 3 different colors of green, but the definition of it, and again, it's partially because of the resolution of the picture being taken so far out and being such a large wall. But I think they're more interested in the concept than the details. I can get in here in the moment and, straighten those details out, make them appear more interesting, I guess. All right, I'm going to unhook this for just a second as we take a little closer look here. I was thinking these lights were terrible for streaming, and so's this screen cover. I will now know that maybe doing digital, I should set it up a little differently in here. So, noted. I want to produce the best content I can for YouTube and for people who watch the channel. And in order to do that, I have to pick up on things like that. So I also know this is a little shaky, but this is the best I've got for right now. You want to help me out? Subscribe to the channel, like some videos, spread the word. I'll get better equipment. But as of right now, I'm more interested in the art. So let's grab this again. And I should be able to tell right away. Yeah, okay. So I haven't done all of this with this green. I can tell just by the amount it lightens up when I add more. All right. I was just choosing, like, I'm also looking at where the sun. Jeez, did I hit that twice? I must have hit that twice. Boop, 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 boop. No, I'm wrong. Okay. Where the sun is, of course, that's the area you want to highlight the most because it's where the sun is coming up from, making it super photogenic. And you see as you back up, that lighter color does stand out. Yeah, sorry, I'm not talking much. It's hard when you're drawing to communicate with people. I imagine you've heard this in other artists' live streams as well. So, with murals, unlike other works of art, I feel like your composition can actually maybe be what I would consider a little more free form. With like, you're trying to tell a story, right? So, you've got to convey that story within a certain amount of area. Now, with that understanding, I can realize that I have a limited space to work in. Things might not be geographically accurate, or they may seem a little bit fanciful or surreal if you have like houses just randomly floating and stuff like that. But I think with murals, people are more interested. It's almost acceptable. It's in some ways an ode to the bathroom stall, I think. So, yeah, the goal here obviously is just to give the inference of this color. There you go. See? And I guess it should be brighter, so there should be less variation as we come out here, maybe. It gives a little bit of volume too. Yeah, I like that. I'm beatboxing, sorry. So yeah, this is I've been learning a lot about plants recently. I didn't prepare to talk about that necessarily. So this is kind of fun too. I've been learning more and more about painting plants from a distance and up close. And it's actually probably the most impressionistic I would like my art to be is like this, because up close it just looks like a bunch of blobs, but as I pull away it reads more as vegetation and stuff. Pretty cool, right? But I still don't really have a frame of reference for how big these trees are, which is why I was talking about coming into this field and maybe adding a village, a home, maybe a settlement. We'll figure out something. Dun, dun, dun. So, yeah, you can see the green, and you don't have to be super accurate, you know. This is and actually having consistency in nature is not unheard of, but it seems weird when we see things that seem repetitive in nature. Even the fact that on a perennial leaf, you'll have one center vein and then equidistant leaves branching off of this center part of this leaf. The way they aim in three directions off of the trunk makes them all seem very unique and individual. So, again, just a interesting thought. What the heck am I caught on over here? I got problems. All right. So I figure I would stream for a little while today and catch people up every once in a while when I need a break from drawing. I can just show you some other stuff I've been working on. because I know I haven't made a video in a while. Well, that's not true. I haven't posted a video in a while. I've actually been trying to make sure I have a backlog of artworks and videos. So I've what initially started as kind of a bereavement period after my stepmother passed away, then became a rehabilitation period after I stabbed myself in the hand. And now I've kind of turned that hiatus into a creative period. So I've been filming videos and artworks to eventually be posted as videos on the channel. But like I said earlier, I've been working on lower thirds and inserts and what do you call them, assets for the videos, and that's taken me a little bit longer than I expected to learn how to make animations and stuff. But I'm working on it still, gradually here and there. I'm doing that stuff. So that's been interesting, trying to do that amidst all the other things going on in my life. But I have been drawing, and there are going to be videos. I know I keep telling people I'm coming back, I'm coming back. I just want people to know. And actually my channel just consistently seems to be doing okay. So I just trust it, trust the process, they say, right? And we'll see what comes of it. Whoa, I just changed my color, it looks like. That is one of the downsides of this app and tablet, is that if I don't get it where I want it, it sometimes thinks I'm trying to select. Earlier I double tapped something. Cool. I think this is looking good. All right. The desk is wobbly too. I need to move this leg in just a little bit, I think. There we go. Don't do that. So yeah, this is the James River that I'm got in the background here, and then the Nansemond River coming off of that. So I was thinking maybe some canoes or a boat making its way up the James. But mind you, I am doing this with spray cans primarily. I don't want to become too detailed, especially in such a small drawing where it might be difficult to show what I'm trying to do. And I'm also going to have to order paints and get the paints sent to the location so that I don't have to carry all the supplies and materials there. I believe they also are including them in the or I'm including the price of them in my overall bid for the mural in the first place, so I don't think that's going to be a problem necessarily, but I wanted to make sure that I'm keeping the colors that I'm going to use here so that I can at least make a list of mediums and colors that I'm going to need, because I'm thinking with all this dark green that I'm going to need, I may just do 5-gallon buckets of it, because again, we're talking 140 foot gradually increasing by what seems like about 2.5 inches as the wall goes up or whatever. I guess 3 inches or something like that. But so another thing is I was considering this sunrise if I should go with like a here. Let's bring this in here. We'll bring in a new layer so I can kind of spitball, shoot shit. Let's see. Let's do some. We'll work out some ideas here. So I was thinking of doing traditional rays like you would see, the. Oh, that's a terrible ray, Charles. Yeah, doing this kind of thing. Or, on the other hand, I could hit it with, kind of that clouds. Clouds like that. Maybe do those with darker bottoms, lighter outsides. The thing is, I don't want to make the complexity out of control, especially if I end up doing the whole 140 feet myself. But those are two of the possibilities. Now, if I do go with the like early morning clouds look, I may also want to do like the some clouds going in this way and this way, like maybe have some seagulls out here in the distance floating together or whatever. But I'm still not sure on where that's going to go. That is kind of my thought process. I'm wondering, while I'm on this layer too, maybe work on some sketches for the people I want in the foreground. Where are we at in comparison to the sun? So let's think maybe. Ooh, terrible. 5 work, I think. And we'll go like this. Throw me in ahead. I could even do maybe their backs looking off to the sun, but their faces like right. Whoa. Right on the edge, basically. You'd have their noses coming out like that, kind of a thing, or maybe even a little bit foreground. So like that would be their cheekbone. Maybe something like that. I feel like that is a terrible width. Let's go up here to like 10. There we go. Let's see if I can do that any better now. hit him with that. And do him like standing like that towards the sun. Maybe. Now, it doesn't make sense for him to be interacting with the scene that way, because the area of Virginia we're talking about is actually like super flat, nearly sea level. So he would have to be on top of a structure, maybe a berm or a hill, or on top of a tree. That'd be kind of cool. Like maybe have his arm up instead, so like his shoulder would be up here, and he could have his arm out like that, elbow out like that. Might place some of this construction lines here, and let's see, what do I think about that concept? The idea of putting his arm around like a tree. So he's like looking out over like that, over the area. And he could even look like he's sitting, you know, on the tree. That's a cool idea. I kind of like that concept a little bit. Like, huh. Put him like up there in a shagbark hickory or something. Out there, I don't even think that would be an appropriate tree. So yeah, I guess the tree itself would likely be a willow of some nature or pine of some nature. It's a concept. It's an idea, right? So if I follow that concept through, we either have him up looking at something, or maybe let's go back here and we'll go back to that, and maybe we'll make her head, make a lady's head, like she's like laying in his arm there, and then she could have her shoulder like that, and they could be watching the sunrise, which I kind of think is dope too. I mean, I don't know about any of y'all, but I think that's pretty dope. All right, I must step away for just a second, give myself a glass of water. Hey, maybe change this music up. What do you think? This is some of the lamest music. Right. Oh, I have. That is not cool. All right, so I'm also going to drop a welcome world champions in this chat. All right, so I don't even know how long I've been going. It's already 4:30, so I've already been going for like 35, 40 minutes. All right, so I'll probably go for another 20 minutes or so. I just wanted to catch up with people, tell you about the project I'm working on. I wanted to show you as well some of the works that I've been doing while I've been away. So some of them are digital, and I need to kind of, maybe I won't show you some of the digital ones. Okay. First thing, I'm going to bring you up again a little bit, give you a little bit of room here. so I can get my hands under here. And well, up and away, if you've been following the channel, I have been kind of connecting with my tribal culture more, and not been running from my ancestry and my raising. So I decided to take the time to make my own pucker toe moccasins. So I did these out of leather. I made a couple mock-ups out of other stuff before, just to make sure I was getting the pucker right. This is just craft leather from a craft store. It's not even the best leather, and I don't have any insoles or sole on the bottom of them. So that's some of the creations of the Trolls Hancock creations that I've been doing. I made those. I also made blowguns, but the blowguns have had some problems. I got into making the darts for blowguns as well. I've got a project that I've been working on for this lady who wants a tattoo cover-up. That's what this is the tattoo cover-up of her arm. I've been working on this picture where I took two halves of my uncle's face and took the opposite sides of them. I guess, you know, this is his face would be in the middle. Two different pictures of him at different times, and I'm just kind of sketching those out as a personal thing for him. Then back when I went to the powwow for my tribe in June, I started this drawing of Chief Keith Anderson of the Nansemond tribe, and that is the tribe that is in Suffolk where this is. He and I are related to some of the same people back 7 or 8 generations ago, but that's one of the drawings that I did. I'm going to get it framed for him and bring it out to him, and that inspired me to draw further chiefs from the tribe. So then I drew the current chief of the Monacan tribe, and I'm going to do the same thing, frame this up for her and bring it to her. Man, these pages rough though. So I just finished that up pretty recently, and then I decided to start the chief emeritus of the tribe, one of the chief emeritus of the tribe, and this is Chief Kenneth Brandon, and I'm working on this as well as a gift for him. I hope to also do further chiefs of other tribes in Virginia, just as a gift from my heart and out of my passion for drawing, and you know, saying thank you to them for the effect they've had and the kindness they've had towards me and my family over the generations. So I've been working on those. And like I said, regalia stuff. I've done a couple of other paintings and drawings that I'm not going to get into right now, but I wanted to show you that I have been creating stuff. And I've been filming videos around them as well. It's just, like I said, I'm in the editing process, and it's going to take me what I think is going to be a little bit longer to get all that worked out. So back to this. The concept that I'm looking at here would possibly have some natives there, maybe do an early home site out here. But if I'm doing an early home site, we're talking about, you know, pretty small here. Maybe that big. Like, ooh, Christ almighty. bring this down to 5, 6 pixels. And I'm just trying to think of the angle we're looking at here. You would be looking at it from an overhead and behind angle. So I'm guessing overhead and behind. Jeez, its perspective is messing me up in my head. Dude, and of course it's not wanting to draw either, so fuck me. Just having a rough time of it right now, guys. I don't know what the hell's going on. Maybe, let's see. It would be basically a square. I mean, that's a pretty large house, too. We're talking huge plantation home style house. Put something like that out there, maybe. Could be. Just to symbolize the settling of the area. So dude, this camera does not want to pick up this screen. So how cockeyed is this thing? I'm just having all kinds of trouble with my setup, guys. I'm sorry. When you do that, maybe put in a couple rows of crops. You could put them in like this, or let's think here. If we were legitimately out here, you would have them kind of probably in rows like that. And then maybe plot like this, depending on what you were growing. You get what I'm saying, like that. And you do that kind of like a farm, a settlement. And then I was looking, so one of the things that I wanted to do, I'll go ahead and save this real quick before we go move over here, is I wanted to show you a list of the historical stuff that I've got here, left to right, conceptual stuff. I have the Nansemond Indians, then the settlement of what was called Constance Wharf, named after Colonel Constant, or General Constant, then tobacco farming. Then during the Revolutionary War, the British occupied what was then Nansemond County and the city of Suffolk and some of the other areas. They also started a huge fire, which burned down most of the town. The city of Suffolk itself was, I guess, ratified in 1808. At the time, it was a city within Nansemond County. Then there was the Longstreet Siege, which was during the Civil War when Longstreet came in and this area had been kind of taken over by Union troops. And he brought 20,000 Confederate soldiers down there and took the county back. And then, as you can see, there's, general growth or whatever, but the company Planters was started by an immigrant from Pennsylvania who moved down to the Suffolk area and started Planters there. And he created Mr. Peanut right around World War II. And then Suffolk and Nansemond incorporated as one thing again, a city county in 1974. In fact, their logo, or at least one of the emblems I've seen for the city, has Nansemond and its incorporation date, which is like 1634 or something, and then Suffolk 1808, and then at the top it says Suffolk County or Suffolk City 1974. So I thought that would be cool to kind of incorporate that in some way. Now, these are just things I was thinking about that were events that affected Suffolk. There's also a bunch of historical buildings and other things that I could incorporate into it, and I may at a different time. Again, depending on how many artists end up wanting to get involved with this, I may only be doing this quarter or third of it. But we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of ideas. I was thinking starting off with Nansemond Indians, the beginning of Constance Wharf, the siege, moving this way, you do Mr. Peanut, and then the future and multiple phases or whatever. These are just ideas that I'm kicking around. Once I have the live stream with other people or the Zoom call with other artists that may want to be involved, that may develop and change. But like I said, I like this concept. I may even hold on to it. So I'm going to hold on to that, but I'm going to turn it off for right now. Go back to here and let's get that dropper tool, choose that color again. And I still need to work on this a little bit, and I'll get out of here pretty soon here. I'm grateful for anybody who decided to check in and see what's up. Hopefully in the future, maybe I'll do more live streams now that I know that I have the capability and the time, and I might be focused a little bit on getting this mural concept knocked out over the next couple of weeks. But like I said, I still have a bunch of videos in the works for the future. I promise I'm not done with YouTube. It hasn't kicked me out. I just had a lot of stuff going on, and you have to put your own mental health and stuff first. So that's what I've done. And we'll see in the future what happens. Like, I think maybe doing like a weekly live stream would be a fun thing. Maybe even running up to this whole mural thing. Because again, even if I do apply, it doesn't mean that I'm going to get the bid. So I just thought it would be interesting to get on kind of therapeutically, just go through this, like I said, almost impressionistic painting style to get all these trees done and at least kind of start working on my concept. Now, I know there are other people that are going to do supposedly much better work or much clearer work or whatever. I understand that. I don't find that off-putting at all. In fact, I understand, like, they're going to be better artists and possibly better concepts, but what's the worst they can tell me is no. So why not go for it and shoot for the stars, try to be smart about my bid and about my materials and about my time, and then otherwise just go for it. It's an opportunity. Can't scoff at the opportunity. Alrighty, well, I hope you subscribe to the channel. Check me out on my other social media. Of course, you know where to find me. Facebook, Instagram. I do have an X, but you might not like me so much when you see how based in red-pilled I could be at times. Check me out there, though, if you're interested. I will have more videos out soon. I want to just kind of show you this before I go for the day. Let me save this. And let's open this again. These are some of the videos that I have planned for the future. So I do have scripts already written out for them. Some of them have already shot. I'm just working on the B-rolls. Otherwise, like I said, I'll let you get out of here. I appreciate you stopping by, checking me out. I'll catch you guys on the flip side. I'm out.